My name is Caroline Pettit, and this is my dog Baxter. And I'm a trainer with Minds Incorporated, which is a nonprofit that empowers DC area schools by teaching mindfulness-based practices to students, educators, and families. And I'm here today to share with you a mindfulness-based practice that is particularly useful in this time of social distancing. So I took my puppy out, Baxter, for a little walk, and I thought maybe we could use this opportunity to practice some mindfulness. Now, mindful listening is a practice that you can do anywhere. You could do it from your desk. You could do it in your basement, on your front porch. But since the parks are still open and the outdoors is still open, I just personally find it to be particularly enjoyable to try outside. Sometimes the sounds that I hear outside are a little bit more relaxing than the sounds I'm hearing inside. I don't know about you guys, but I have some little kids and some other pets in the house. So today we're going to practice outside some mindful listening. So with mindful listening, we're really just using sound as our anchor to keep our attention in the present moment. And so just like a boat in the ocean, when they throw the heavy anchor down and it goes down to the bottom and digs into the sand, the waves are going to come and go and move up and down, and the boat will kind of rock gently. And there may even be some big waves or some big waves coming through, but the boat generally stays in the same place. And so that's kind of how we're using sounds in mindful listening. So we're sitting here and we start thinking about, oh shoot, like what are we going to make for dinner tonight? Oh, I don't know if I have anything. And then we hear a little bird cheeping in the distance, and it brings our attention back to the present moment. And we're sitting there calmly and comfortably, and then all of a sudden we start worrying about something we said in our meeting this morning, and I don't know if that was the smartest thing to say, and maybe I should have said it a different way. Oh, and then we hear a dog barking in the distance, and it brings our attention back to the present moment. So that's how we're using sound as an anchor when we practice mindful listening. When you practice mindful listening, you can do it as formally or informally as you like. If you wanted to do a little informal practice, maybe in between a couple Zoom calls, you have a moment to go take a walk around your house or take a walk around the block. And during that time, you could just listen to the sounds around you, whether or not they be cars driving by or helicopters overhead or kids playing in the distance. Each sound is just an opportunity to come back to the present moment. So that might be an informal way you could practice mindful listening, or even just, you have a minute before your next meeting. And so you just sit in your office chair and listen to what sounds are out and about during that time. So that would be an informal way to practice mindful listening. So today I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice a little bit more formally together. And to do that, wherever you are, I'd encourage you to stand or sit up a little bit tall, as if kind of an invisible string is pulling up on the top of your head. It's alert but relaxed. And if it's safe for you to do so, if you're not in the middle of a walk in the park, I'd encourage you to let your eyes close, and that just allows your focus to remain a little bit easier on the sounds around you. And I'm going to set a timer for just 5 minutes to start. So I'm starting my timer now. And as you begin, I like to take a couple deep breaths. Just really taking the opportunity to arrive right here. As you breathe in, it's stretch. And as you breathe out, you relax. And now just let your attention start to focus in on the sounds that you're hearing. So you might be hearing some birds chirping in the trees. Maybe some wind rustling through the leaves. You might hear some cars passing by or some dogs barking in the distance. Each sound is just another invitation to come back to right now. So whatever you're thinking about or wherever your mind might drift off to, that's okay. That's the nature of the mind, is to think. Just notice it. Oh, there I'm thinking about dinner. And then come right back to the sound of the wind. Maybe you're thinking about something you said earlier to someone in your house, either thinking what a great phrase it was, or maybe, oh, I shouldn't have said it that way. That's okay. Just notice where your mind went. Come right back to the sound of my voice. And for our last few seconds, just a reminder that every sound, every second is another opportunity to just come right back. To adopt a posture of curiosity, just interest. And let's end with a nice deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, you can let your eyes open up again. Might want to roll out your shoulders or roll your neck a little bit to the left or the right. And after practicing mindful listening, as you go about the rest of your day, you might just notice, are you more attuned to the sounds around you? Are you noticing kind of those little footsteps up above you, or maybe the tiny knocking of a woodpecker outside? So I'd encourage you just to see what you notice after you practice mindful listening. I know I love to practice mindful listening outdoors. It's just there's a lot of sounds out there, so it's easy to have a lot of opportunities to keep coming back to the present moment. But if you aren't able to go outside, or it's not easy for you this day, I'd encourage you to do an internet search for Nationalpark Recordings or Nationalpark Sounds. And there's some folks who have gone out and actually recorded in beautiful quality the sounds of various national parks. And so if you're at your desk and you just want to have a little break in between calls, or maybe in your bed right before you get up and start the day, you can put in your headphones and try to listen to a little bit of national park sounds and see if that is a fun way for you to practice mindful listening when you aren't necessarily able to go outside. I hope you enjoyed practicing some mindful listening with Baxter and I today. Hopefully it was as relaxing for you as it was for me. And if it works for you, I hope you start practicing a little mindful listening every day. Maybe just start with a minute and work your way up. And take care and stay well.